guys, today we're talking with our guest today. She's at the forefront of the movement on DIY. And, you know, a lot of us are Googling Pinterest, checking out home decor blogs, you know, doing a lot of DIY. In fact, more than half of the people who tackle make-it-yourself projects are under the age of 35, and they're spending more than $1,000 a year on handmade products. And so we're here with Erika Domesek, and she's joining us for some easy, fresh fall ideas. And she's our big DIY guru and founder of the popular book and brand P.S. I Made This. So hi, Erika.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm glad to talk. So tell me a little bit about why do you think this DIY is more popular than it's ever been?
You know, it has been more popular, and I think that the reason why it's increased over the past several years is truly because of these amazing things we have now, like Pinterest and Instagram, where we're constantly living on, you know, 2 screens at a time, and we're so thirsty for content. We're thirsty for inspiration. We're hungry to make our lives more beautiful and fun. And, you know, historically, we didn't have the access to these amazing tools and resources and apps before. You know, we've always wanted to create things, but we wouldn't necessarily always know how. So now there's one part inspiration, there's another part education, and the whole idea of social media where we can share it all has just really exploded the DIY world, and it's an exciting time.
Yeah, very. I know I like a lot of the DIY projects and just personalizing my own home. So, but what if you're not as crafty? I know in some areas I can only draw a stick figure. So are there any simple projects that we can do?
Absolutely. You know, you don't have to be an expert. You don't need to be a fine artist. This is actually one of my favorite projects. I hope you'll try this. This is an accessory geode rack. Now, for this project, all you need is a wooden plank, some spray paint. I have one of my favorite colors, this pretty powder pink. And after you spray 2 coats and it's dry, you're ready for the fun part, which is the hooks. But it's a little different because they're not traditional hooks. We use these geode rocks and also tried these dresser drawer pulls, which are pretty funky and cool. Now, in order to adhere them to the wood, what you're gonna need is some industrial strength adhesive glue. Once you put an ample amount on and stick it right on your plank, you gotta let it sit for 24 hours and then you are good to go. And then this turns into an awesome wall rack that you can mount on the wall for your jewelry, for headphones, scarves, really all sorts of different things.
Okay, sounds awesome. I'd like to try that. I might give it a whirl. So are there anything, you know, we're still a little hot here, but I know there's fall kind of taking over, and it's right around the corner. So that's one of my favorite times of year. Any ideas for sprucing up the house for fall?
Absolutely. You know, just like you said, it doesn't matter what type of climate you're in, because one of my favorite things that works in all climates is actually a succulent plant. The great news is they're really cool looking and they're pretty expensive. I'm sorry, they're actually pretty inexpensive, but I have a way to make them look a little bit more expensive by actually taking the planter and giving it a metallic finish. And in under 5 minutes with 2 coats, you can transform it in no time.
Oh, yeah, that looks amazing, actually.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it looks really upscale. And it doesn't take a lot of water, which is good on my part.
Oh, 1,000%. You know, just because it looks expensive, it doesn't mean it has to be. Cut to, you know, again, another one of my favorite projects, wall art. I love creating wall art. Whether it's for a kid's room, a gift for someone, your living room, the possibilities are endless on what you can really throw into a frame. And for me, this one's exciting because it uses a couple of my favorite things. One, feathers, another one, spray paint, and also I get to use my trusty glue gun. So for this project, what you're gonna do is use a fun color spray paint. I use 3 colors here to layer. Once they're dry, cut them, use some foam core, and with your glue gun, glue them in a fun pattern. This is a nice little circular formation. And then you can stick that right in a frame. And in no time at all, it looks like a beautiful, beautiful item that you could have possibly bought at a high-end store.
Oh yeah, definitely looks amazing and really pricey and really cool with the 3 colors. So give me some more information on where can you find some of the materials and tools to get these types of jobs done.
So everything that you see here, I actually got most of these supplies from True Value, and I've partnered with them because they're one of my favorite go-to resources for everything from projects like you've seen here to decorating for events. And whether I'm at a hardware store or I'm actually just at home looking through junk drawers, I'm always looking to repurpose things I have at home. And I think for DIY, that's so important. You might buy things like spray paint or even, dresser drawer knobs from perhaps like a hardware store. And sometimes you're finding things to reinvent at home. And when you repurpose things, it gives you a greater sense of satisfaction. It gives you a fulfillment that you can't necessarily find anywhere else. And putting your seal of approval on something that you personalized is just, a great thing.
Yeah, that's really cool. I never really thought about the hardware store. I usually think craft store, so I'm going to have to try that out.
Oh my gosh, hardware stores are the best. And let me tell you, even if you don't have time to run into a True Value, even going online, you can find everything there.
Right. Okay, and where can we find more inspiration and ideas like the ones you've shown us today?
So everything here is on truevalueprojects.com, and you'll get all the ingredients and the how-to instructions so you can go home and make these.
Oh, okay, really cool. That's great. I don't know what I like more, the jewelry, the pot.
Well, you can make them all.
Yeah, I know. I'll need my house to be really decorated. Okay, anything else that you want to share with us before we go?
Well, I just hope that it gets a little cooler for you, because I know that it's going to be hard to stand outside in that heat spray painting, but it will be worth it, I can promise you.
Yeah, well, it will dry fast.
That's for sure. Thanks so much. Have a great day.